There? Yeah.
Good morning, good morning. I don't know if we're entirely straight. um, 5th of May, day 34 of From Here to Jerusalem. I'm Anya. Sean the harp is over there behind me, and we are in Athy. My last update was day 32 when I was in Carlow. I was having a day's rest. I was staying with Georgiana and and Kyle and their son in Carlow, and I was trying to catch up with social media. Oh man, what a few days it has been again. It was good that I took the day off, and it was lovely to walk around Carlow and see the cathedral. And then when I looked back the video, I went like, oh, Anya, you're such a not very clever, really, you know. So from here to Jerusalem, from West Cork to Jerusalem with a harp on your back, and not always very clever. On day 30, I stayed in a B&B, and it was the Orchard Grove in Bagnallstown. And I couldn't remember the name. Orchard Grove in Bagnallstown. And I said the lady's name the first time right, Mairead, and then I went into calling her Grania. So Mairead, hereby, I'm so sorry. I know you're Mairead. I stayed with Mairead and Tony in Orchard Grove, and they looked after me really, really, really well, really well. I was in a drowned rat status after 4 hours of rain, and there was a wonderful, wonderful shower, a very comfortable bed, and the next morning on day 31, a wonderful breakfast. And on that breakfast, I made it all the way to Carlow. Okay, I also was given a toasty and coffee by Jerry Leamy of Leamy's bar in Leland Bridge, and I was also given coffee by the coffee the Barrow Brew in Milford. So day off in Carlow, day 32, and then yesterday it was time to get back onto the road, Carlow to Athy, because today I'm meeting Tom in a little while, and I'm playing some music in a project. I don't know exact the ins and outs, but I'll be finding out pretty soon. So yesterday I started out, I said goodbye to my hosts, Mark and Georgiana and Walden, and it was my very first Trust Roots family. And yesterday in Athy, I had found a couch surfing host called Tony. Tony is as you can see, there's paintings here everywhere. He's a painter and poet, and he plays banjo, and so it's right on my alley, like also nice and flamboyant. So yeah, what was I gonna say? I met Tim. Tim is a nomad. Tim is a nomad who had been traveling the whole world, and I was chatting away to him. And as I'm chatting away to him, he had an amazing walking stick, and he told me it was made of yew, and I'm telling him about my walking stick, which is made of hazel, and I see butterflies everywhere. Yesterday was a day of walking sticks and butterflies. So day 33, double digits again, double numbers, 2 twice 3, and I walk away. I'm giving him compliments about his yew stick. I've never actually seen a yew walking stick. I think yew is poisonous when you can't breathe in the dust from it. Anyway, we're standing there. I walk away. I check my phone, and there's a message from Michael Walsh. Now, Michael Walsh had said to me that he had he wanted to give me a walking stick for this journey. And I said yes. And as I understood it, it was a walking stick which was related to the walking stick that he made for a project that the Association of the Via Francigena had done last year, where they had a walking stick made by Michael Walsh here in South Tipperary, and they did a relay with it. So from Canterbury, somebody walked out of Canterbury with the walking stick, and then the next day or 2 days later handed it over to the next person. Are you there? Come on, beautiful Jess. Are you coming, Jess? There's a doggo here, and so we did the. He'd done that, but he said he had made a backup stick. Now I don't know if this is that stick, but he said he had time to come down, and would I be interested in still walking with his stick? And I said yes, of course. And oh my God, like I was in between Maganey and the next lock, Maganey lock and the next lock, and I could see him come towards me with this baton. It's a big one. It's tall. It's very tall. It's not as tall as I am. As you can see, it's got a paracord handle. It's got a brass bottom, and we're waving at each other, and we go to the lock, and he handed it to me officially. Now look at this. Look at that. Can you see that? There's artwork there by Julie. Oh, and I had it just before I started the video by Julie some. I will write it down at the bottom of the video. And there is a little shell which was blessed in the Holycross Abbey in Thurles. And on this side, if you can see, there is a little bit of an insert. It's a wooden insert right there. Now, the artwork depicts you can see it's from the side, but you can see a little pilgrim, and he's walking the road. He's walking the road to where he's going, and also you see the road looks like a boat, like an old boat. Yeah, it's the road. It's the Pilgrim's Road. You can see the Pilgrim's Road. And so that makes it the pilgrim stick. The Camino shell, of course, is the sign of the shell is the sign of Saint James, who's the patron saint of all pilgrims. Julie Sharpe, I think. Julie Sharpe. I looked it up and it went out of my head. And the wooden insert is the really, really special bit. It comes from a Naomhóg called the Naomhóg of Gobnait, or the Naomhóg of Tinte. The Naomhóg of Gobnait is a Kerry Curra, which was built it was built for the purpose to try and emulate the original journeys of the Irish Camino, what we call the Irish Camino, and it was the subject of the Camino Voyage, a documentary made about the journey that this boat made. And it was built to go from the east coast of Ireland to Galicia, to go to Santiago de Compostela. And in 2014, 4 men set out from the River Liffey to row to the coast of Galicia and to arrive there and carry the Naomhóg into the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela. And on board were four men. They make it. They get this like the curras are like they're wooden hulls with canvas around them, and they're being wrought. It takes them 2 years. Glenn Hansard is on board. Podrick, who is a West Kerry musician, and there is also Sheehy is on board. Now, they get there in 2016. They reach the Galician coast, and they carry the Naomhóg to the cathedral and they bring it inside, and then the decision is made to go on, and they bring it back to the coast, and they're going to go row it along the coast of Galicia and Portugal to Porto. And in 2017 they come to the mouth of the Minho, and it is hit straight on by a wave, and the hull breaks, the front breaks, and it overturns, capsizes, and they're in the water. And she dies. He doesn't make it. The other three are taken out of the water, and they get to go home, but she dies. He's a poet and musician and very experienced seaman. And I have a little piece of that Naomhóg in this stick, and it's just really overwhelming because it's a real big honor. Like, the stick comes from County Donegal, from the birthplace of Michael Walsh's dad, and it's blessed, and it's just amazing. I will tag some of the articles and the Camino Voyage, like the of course that documentary won like a lot of awards and was shown worldwide. And I have a piece of that boat in this stick, and Michael called the stick Jerry because of course I've shown the harp, so now I've got two boys that are looking after me, and I get the honor of walking Jerry, letting Jerry help me get to Jerusalem. So I can, and I will, walk to Jerusalem. It's really I don't know, like, I'm a Dutchie living in Ireland, and I always say, they're very good for putting up with me with my strange ideas about harp playing, and walking pilgrimages with a harp on my back. I mean, it's all a little bit much, but this is like really, it's very, very, very special, and it's I was speechless. Like, I'm standing there with Michael Walsh, and he's handing me the stick, and he's saying all these things, and it's kind of going through my head and over my head, and I say, please send me the information, because I'm not really comprehending what it is. I would highly recommend you go see the documentary and read the articles about what happened to the boat. It can be seen in a museum. I have a photograph of it as well. I'll put that up on social media. Like, yeah, it's my head is exploding a little bit at the moment. I've been reading about it all evening and all this morning, and I'm just, overwhelmed. I need to go and process all of it. I was going to bake bread for Tony, and I was going to go and do all kinds of other things, but that's not really going to happen now. So I'm going to go and get ready. I just wanted to show you the stick, and I wanted to say, that I feel very honored. I'm very glad to be here. it's really special to. I often think, it's a bit out there what I do. It's a bit crazy, and it's a bit, it's definitely not for everybody. And I'm sure there's lots of people that go like, oh, this is completely pointless. But like the symbols and the coincidences. One of the men that was on board is called Podrick, and he actually, remember Ballyvorney? I met Mairead Kelly came to walk with me to into Ballyvorney with her little harp, with the same harp that I have, the little Ravenna 26, and they she'd met Podrick that day, and she was saying like, oh, he was part of the Camino Voyage, the Irish Camino Voyage, of the rowing to Galicia. And I wasn't really paying attention. Like, I heard what she was saying, and she had said to him like, "Oh, I'm a little bit worried about Anya. Like, this is such a crazy journey." And he said, "Oh, don't worry about her. Like, she's in in the hands of the Camino spirits now. It's all taken care of. It all comes together as it does." And then I get handed this stick by Michael Walsh, and it's, oh, there's no coincidences in this world. I don't care what anybody says, like, there are no coincidences. It's all related to each other. I don't know what it means, and I don't really think it matters whether I know or not. I'm just the vessel in which all of this is being carried to where I'm heading. So, open heart, open mind, open the road before me, and I will and I can and I will walk to Jerusalem. I'm going to go get ready for my gig now. Thank you so much for believing in me. Thank you so much for there was donations coming in again. I'm so grateful for them. It really, really, really helps. It really makes it possible for me to keep going. Like the other day when I was walking in the rain and I was able to accept a lift to go somewhere where I could be dry and safe, and then come out again the next day and just go on walking is means an enormous amount to me. I'll try to just not do that too often. Tomorrow in Monaster Evan, I think the parish of Monaster Evan, they're going to try and find me a place to stay. The day after, I don't know, Robertstown, Rathangan, I don't know, is that the right way to Rathangan? Rathangan is, I couldn't find anything. I think I made a boo-boo. I wrote an email asking the men of the women shed, could I stay there? I don't think they're going to forgive me for that. It's my swipe. It's literally the messages that I was writing. The way swipe works on the phone, and I have no computer, so I have to do it on the phone. And then I'll be in. If I can't stay in Rathangan, I'd have to go to Robertstown, and I tried to look at Ellenwood as well, but there doesn't seem to be anything there either. But I'm just going to push on and just keep going, and then I'll be in the Grand Canal. And I think it's 2.5 days into Dublin then. So I have to start getting ready for entering Dublin. And I have Jerry. Jerry is going to come with me. Please do go look at have a look if you can see the Camino Voyage. I will carry this piece of Ireland with me. It'll be my honor to carry the symbols of the pilgrim and of those pilgrims who have gone before me with me. Thank you very much for being with me. I'm Anya. Sean the harp is over there. He's resting before he has to play this afternoon. And we're walking from West Cork to Jerusalem. This is day 34. Day 33. I was given Jerry, and he is now joining our trip. The walking stick I had, which was a walking stick that my father used to use whenever he'd come to Ireland, and which had originally come on my first Camino with me, but I left behind in Clonmel, and then came back to me 2 years later. Yeah, we'll push on. Thank you very much for being here with me. It's not a very long update. It was a day of butterflies. I saw loads and loads of butterflies. The Barrow Way was really, really lovely to walk along. The weather was very good. Today the weather is kind of so-so. Tomorrow the weather will be bad again, I hear, but who knows? I might be spared. And yeah, it is butterflies, yellow, white, orange and white, blue butterflies. I saw some of the emperor butterflies. Change. Butterflies are change. You know, change from one thing into another thing. So I think that the walking sticks were there and the butterflies were there. I think we're moving into a new phase now of this journey. Thank you very much for being here with me, and I'll see you again, hopefully tomorrow. Wish me well. Bye. Look at all of this. Like, Tony is such a, is like, it's all his stuff, like, all his stuff. Thank you. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.